This could be something like, audit.mydomain.com. And now it has like, it says what it's supposed to do, AI audit.mydomain.com. And it doesn't look weird to people now because they know it's an AI audit. Going from there. Okay, makes sense? Okay, cool. So that,
Chris, sorry, how do you add the subdomain? So for instance, you're saying if I have my domain already,
Yep.
and I create something on Lovable or like you said, using the GoHighLevel and do a landing page or create an assessment, I can still have dearglifted.com and then create one, or it will generate one for me.
So it will generate a generic URL like it did here for us. So aibusinessaudit.vibepreview.com, whatever that means. It's going to give you that generic, and you can probably edit this. You're not going to be able to edit the vibepreview.com, but you can edit what you name this landing page. If you want to use a branded domain like your business domain, again, you don't want to use your business domain if it's already tied to a website, like your main website. You want to use a subdomain. And then that's where you would go into settings in GoHighLevel and add your domain. So let me duplicate this page.
This was good. Okay.
And I'll show you real quick. All right. So if we came out of AI Studio altogether, you're going to go into your settings tab. And then you're going to scroll down and go to domains. And here's where you can add all of your domains. You can purchase domains, although I don't recommend purchasing domains through here. But you can add all of your domains. So it'll show you right here where your subdomains is here. So you easily go to connect a domain. You go ahead and type your subdomain. So we said assessment the system starter lab.com. I think that's right. Yes, it is. Okay. So once you hit continue, it's now going to do its thing on your end. So wherever you purchased your domain from, whether that's GoDaddy, Namecheap, I prefer Ionos as a subdomain, as a domain provider. It's just going to take you there so you can authorize it and or add whatever DNS records you need to for that site.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, now I know where I'm going to get some other one. Thank you.
Absolutely. So once you go through the authorization, you log into your domain provider, you do everything you're going to do there. You come back out. Now your domain is going to be listed here, and you can tie it to wherever you want to tie it, a funnel, a landing page, AI Studio page, whatever you want to do from there. And it'll be listed here as a subdomain of your domain. Okay. So pretty legit. Unpublished. Let me go on to that. Okay. So now if we want to, just like in Lovable, they have, visual edit. So if we want to make changes, we can go in here and make changes. So I'm going to save you 40 hours a week. I'm going to change, whatever I can change in here. It's going to let me change the color. No, I ain't doing that. So real simple edits when you hit the visual edit button. I don't see where Lovable will let you change like the font to do all this kinds of stuff, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. If you want to change the colors, so change the colors to, blue and orange with white accents. You make all the changes there. So you just go ahead and go in there, type what you want. You can talk to it. You can do visual edits. If we want to add things, you can do that same step, same thing in Lovable for making changes, it looks like. So yeah, that'll work. That'll do its thing. And you can do all of the edits that you want through. So I think like for this, having a tool like this to spin up stuff really fast is great. As opposed to going into the funnel builder and designing your own thing, moving your own stuff around, plug and play different things. I think there's a lane for that as well, but there's also a lane for this too. And so When you want something that is more, I'm gonna say sturdy, but if you want something that is going to be a little bit more in depth or have, give you more freedom of range to change things, then building from design, in the website builder or the funnel builder might work better for you. If you want something real quick, I need a registration page for 3 days from now. I will come use this real quick. That way you don't have to waste time building. All right, cool. And give me some orange. Okay, cool. So the other part that I will mention on these sites as well is, remember, it's just like Lovable. If you don't tell it where to go, what to do, it's doing nothing right now. So none of the buttons work. The little assessment, it worked, but the all of the other things that pertain to calendars, forms, and all of that also does not work on here. So this doesn't have that many buttons for me, so I can show you. But like this, book a free strategy session, that goes nowhere because you haven't told it where to go. Okay, so you have to make sure you build your calendars, build your forms, and all the things. So now you can use a site like this to point to those assets. Okay, does that make sense? That is how you are going to make sure people get into your CRM. Because right now it's not connected to the GoHighLevel, like the database of GoHighLevel. It is just a forward-facing site. So you need to have a way to do that. It's either payment links, forms, or calendars. Those are the three easiest ways to, capture information into GoHighLevel on any of these pages. If you decide to continue using Lovable, Claude Code to build stuff, Replit, any of those vibe coding sites, how you marry that and GoHighLevel is you add those three things. You add a form, you add a calendar, or you add a payment, form or payment link. And that way you capture that information and it goes right to GoHighLevel. Okay. Michael, I see your hand. What you got? Or did you just hit that button?
No, I think you just answered one of my questions because I was going to ask when we did the landing pages for the Good Friday and we went and did it through Growth Hub. Now this is much easier.
Oh, fact.
Right here in the studio, creating a form and linking to the page sites, your page sites. You can do all that in there, right?
Yep. So if say we want to, let me see about a form in here that I have. Say we want to make this live. Actually, let's go to calendars. We want to make this live, right? We're in our settings. We're just going to use a calendar. So I'm going to say, let me copy this link because this is the link to the opt-in calendar. All right, let's go Angie's Discovery Calendar. All right, so I copied the link to the Discovery Calendar, right? Because these are people who want to book a call. What I'm going to tell it to do, I'm going to say, update the strategy session button with this link. All right, so I told it now what this button is supposed to be doing. So it's going to go and, tie this button into where I want it to go. All right, so if we give that a minute to run. And again, you can do this with forms. You can do this with calendars. You can do this with payment links. All right, so our button is good to go. Let's refresh just so we can be sure that it made it. And now when somebody sees this site and they do all the things, coaching, manual, none. All right, my score is 40% and I need to make a call. Now it takes me directly to the calendar that we just tied it to. Okay, where this person can now go in and book a call with you. You know what I mean? So like you have to tell, the vibe coding site what you want the buttons to do. When somebody clicks this button, what's the action? And then you have to put that action in there, whether that's a link, a form, a calendar, and so on. Okay, make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Cool,
Running a
cool.
business is about focus. It's about having the right environment to do your best work. It's about the systems that keep you organized and ensure your clients remain at the heart of everything you do. If this gave you direction today, we're building systems like this inside the school community, so your business actually feels easier to run day to day. Join us when you're ready. You'll find the link in the description box. We are excited to build with you.